sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sing my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far, crazy how they...
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off the blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Come on.
Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Walker now on 1st and 10 to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Darnold down to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Murray now. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Darnold. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Trying the left side with Walker to the 43, 2nd down. The Seahawks at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Darnold. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. but he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On the counter, it's Walker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Darnold. They'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant, and the Cards are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
McCann's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 27, Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Sticking with Walker on second down, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described, a defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Running left is Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Dobbins trying the left side. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position. Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, down or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Austin. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Murray to air it out again. Quick slant to Brown. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Murray going to throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? If they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles, they've got to go back out there and play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretch it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession. But, oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Landon Collins. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in